All right, all right. It's your boy PFS Tib with Deep South Trading LLC. All right, I want to give you a little update on my stats. This video is for your education and entertainment purposes only.
ES reversing.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. All right, as you can see, I put all my charts on one monitor. I read something yesterday that said sometimes you can't focus if you got them all spread out. I have 4 monitors, so maybe that's not such a good idea. So we're going to try this, okay? So that's the first thing I did. I got my relative volume. You can see here, relative volume on this one. This is just a little 3-bar chart. I was listening to Don Miller talk about it. Still have my 15-minute big picture. Also have a simplified 15 too. These are the previous day's lows. These are the 3 previous days highs. And this is just something I move as we get higher or lower in price. I go from bar to bar. Okay. This is my big picture from Matt that I usually look at. We can see our VWAP bands are getting close. We're probably going to have a big move here in the next few days. So, alright. But what I want to go over with is where I'm at on my trading journey here. I did have the dome in here. I was trying to trade off the dome, but I'm not really good with that dome yet. So I'm going to kind of wait on it. All right. So here's our spreadsheet. All right. So these were the first 80 trades I did. You can see I ended up with total profit for 137.
ES reversing.
This was just a stickler, just taking every setup, no matter what it was. I think I went over these already. And then I put the striker error to change color on price, trading with trend and reversals at levels. That was okay. Striker error, but the dots were not necessary. I just did some really sloppy trading. I mean, you can see here I took, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losers in a row. I mean, I should have stopped after 2 or 3 and regrouped, but I got caught in a chop zone. But what it's doing is it's helping me learn about me. This is my killer right here. This area is what kills me in trading, okay? So yesterday, you can see I said striker error, but the dots were not necessary. Can take trades off 9 on the pullbacks. Chop, traded in a box. I drew the box, but I didn't follow my rule. I kept trading in it. I mean, I lost over 70 ticks right here, close to 80. Then look, 72. I moved my stop. What an idiot. Okay, and then boom, 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 boom. I mean, deadly. I traded the open yesterday. Why would I do that? My rule is to wait 5 to 15 minutes. Continuation trade. Stop was too tight. Got stopped out. The 9 was not green. Now, I did notice on a few of my trades, I think I wrote that up here. Or actually, I didn't write it, but I noticed on some of them that I was getting in and the 9, like if I was going long, the 9 was still red. Can't do that. I can get in if it's yellow, but it has to be either red or green, depending which direction I'm trading. Did catch a good runner here. Got 77 ticks on this one, 44 on there. But hell, out of this set of 20, I was down 36.87, almost $4,000. All right. So this is 3. So I decided on this set, I'm going to do the 3 contracts, and I'm taking 2 off at 3 points. Boom. That's $300 right there. The 9 has to be in the direction of the trend. I can take pullbacks. Striker, I have to have a striker error, but blue dots are optional, and I added the VWAP bands. Did that. Minus 11 ticks. Didn't wait for the 9 to change. Impatient and impulsive. I was trading on the VWAP. I had 2 yellow dots, which are stop signs. Okay, let me show you what that is. That's these dots here. This would be like me taking a short when I have these 3 dots. Okay, let's say I was right here and I was wanting to take a short. Well, hell, I done had 3 dots. Well, actually, more than that. I got a dot here. You know, if I was trying to short this area off the 50, hello. I mean, Something's telling you price can't make it any lower. We're not getting any lower. It's probably going to reverse higher. Don't short into the overnight low. Okay? So, after doing all this, yesterday I decided, and listening to one of the other guys, Mark, in the group, I decided, he said, I'm only taking longs today, or I only take shorts. You know, what he was taught was he needed to either get good at long or shorts. He said, I only take shorts. So that's his trade setup. His trade setup is to only take shorts. So I said, what is my setup? What is my trade setup? Well, if you notice, I have the 50 EMA in white. I don't know why. This 50 just calls out to me. I used to trade a 34 EMA, but this 50 calls out. So what I said I'm going to do is, my ATM is going to be the same as before. 3 contracts, 2 off at 3 points, and 1 I can trail. But I figured out yesterday I needed to limit the amount of trades and decide on my setup to trade. Okay? Now, the 9 WMA has to be green or even yellow. Let me put /yellow. It can be changing. Okay, I would prefer it to be green, but it can be yellow. Okay? So my trade setup will be setups off the 50 EMA, trade in the direction of the 50. In other words, if I get a pullback to the 9 and we're above the 50, I can take a long. If we're below the 50 and I get a pullback to the 9, I can take a short if I get a striker error. Okay? And also, well, not necessarily, I'm going to see on that striker error deal, but also I can take W and M patterns. Okay? Because I'm trading a Ninja Renko, a 5-4 bar, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So, okay, so what am I talking about? All right, so let's make this bigger. Okay, so my first trade doing this was at 10:01, and these times are set into Eastern. Okay, so what did I do? I said, hey, let's take a short into the overnight low, also into SD1. I don't think I had SD1 on here. I forgot to enable
ES
my
reversing.
VWAP bands at this point in time. So, but regardless, why would in hell would I take a short? Okay, now I should have got 4103, and we went down to, I mean, almost got my 3 points. I mean, I don't know why I didn't get a feel on that, because if I entered 4103, my 3 points would have been 4100. Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't get a feel short on that. The lowest 4100. It didn't tick through it. That's why. Okay, I needed that 13th tick. Okay, so like I said, the 50 is the white line. We came back above it. Here would have been a good entry I could have taken, but you got this 200. But what I like here is your 9 came up, went red, got close to the 30, and boom. Okay. See the error? Right here. I mean, this error here. Got in at 4111. Sweet. Took off my first 2 here. Alright. Stopped here. We came back. I got the striker error. I got blue dots with it. In fact, let me make them blue dots a little smaller. That's too big. Got the blue dots. You know, my entry was 1250, because what it is, this I like a 2-bar reject. So this is a long bar. These should be green and red candles, whatever you want to call them. These are both green. Boom. My entry was at 1250. I used my little end of bar deal to get me in. Okay. Got out at 1550, and then I trailed it to 2075. Okay, so what I'm using to trail right now is a volatility stop indicator. Sorry, I don't know why. For some reason, I lost all my indicators. My Ninja froze up, and I lost all the indicators on the chart and had to build it real quick. So, anyhow, so I got out here. We closed below the 9. That's why I got out of it instead of waiting to close it here. So, all right. Next one, we came to the 50. Got striker error, blue dots. Entry was 41.20. I got in a little late. Price moved fast. Also, I wasn't really aware, or I wasn't watching the VWAP. I didn't realize how close we were. We broke above it. We came back. Got my 3 points here. Got my stop there. Okay. All right. So we came up to S1. What do we have? Got us an M pattern. Now, am I going to take that M pattern? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Here was another entry. Let me see what time my last entry was at. 10:29. Okay, that was my last entry there. All right. But the trend is up. I mean, I want to stay with the trend. So if I'd have got in here, 27.50, I need 30.75. Boom, I'd have got my 3 points. Bam. Okay. Came back. Another. See, this is what I like. There's also this little pattern here. I forgot to show you this. You see how the 9 goes below the 30? This is what we call a love cup. Okay? This is a love cup. I like that. See, I had it here on this one also. Had that little love cup pattern. Okay? We got it on this one. The way I see this is, I look at this as like a slingshot. You see how that 9 came below it? Picture that as where you got your marble or your rock or your acorn in that slingshot and you're pulling it back. So usually if we get a good pullback in there, usually price will, go forward. All right? So, bam. This one went up. Let's see, our entry would have been here. Well, there, let's just say there it didn't print for here. So 29.50, 3 points would be what? 32.50 and 32.75 to get that 13th tick. Boom, you'd have made $300 for sure on that trade. All right, we come back down, pull below the 50. Now we're just waffling along that 50. So this is where you got to be careful. This to me is too far of a pullback. I don't mind a little bit underpriced. If we were resting on the 200 and we pulled back below the 50 to the 200, that'd have been okay. But see, these entries, I like these entries right here. These entries I like. So, okay. Let's see. All right. This one, my entry would have been here. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So anyway, that's what we're looking at. I still got quite a few trades to go. I'd like to go ahead and get. This is gonna be 20/40. I'm gonna go ahead and do another set of 80. So that's gonna give me 120 trades. So I'm still just on sim only. No tryouts, no live account. After I get at least 80 trades, so I fill up this column and this column, and 2 more, I'll make a decision. I may do another tryout, or I may even trade 3 micros in my live account. I haven't made a decision yet if I want to wait till the 120, but I'm definitely waiting for 80 trades. Has to be 80 trades. So, anyway, so we're going to see. Still looking at the hole I dug. I'm only down negative 23.25. What I want to do is I want to prove to myself over a bunch of trades that even when I get a little cray-cray, I can still dig myself out the hole. So, all right, gang. Monday's a holiday. We got one more trading day this week. I'll be in a class Monday anyway. So, but let's just keep it together. This Mark Douglas, if anybody wants that Mark Douglas video that I'm doing this basing off of, it's a little short. Somebody just kind of compiled the exercise. I may even go ahead and put a link to it on this video. All right, let's have a good one. Later.